Day 700 has finally arrived of the All-American Startup Journey. 700 days of making a video every day, vlogging my journey. And today, it's another milestone. And so what I'm gonna do is just do a big recap of what has happened in the last 700 days. So I went out and started on a journey to start All-American Canine with 2 other guys. And 4 months into that business that we started here, they decided to move on and do something else, and then I took over. And with that, I did not know what to do on a lot of things. And one thing, I didn't have a dog at the time, I didn't have a house, we were living with somebody, I have 3 kids, I'm married, and I ran out of all of my money. So I thought, what the heck, Lord, what am I gonna do with this, and how do I even get this business going? And I felt very convicted, me and my wife both, that the Lord told us to take this business on and it's gonna be something amazing. So we decided to go all in on it. 700 days later, we are in a huge warehouse now. Mind-blowing, right? But we're gonna go back real quick. And so when I started that business on day 1, I didn't even know what to do. I didn't even know how to get to work, right? I had to work, didn't know what to do on that. That was really interesting. And so a couple hundred days go in, I got product moving, we got Amazon up, we're in a few stores. I got into this retail store called Scheels, which is really cool. It kind of launched us into the excitement that we could get into the big box realm. And then we got into Chewy. Chewy was an amazing thing, but it took 8 months to get into Chewy with all of their paperwork, behind the scenes, and all that stuff. We are now officially live in Chewy and rocking and rolling. So Amazon and Chewy, you can find us there. And then eventually I knew I couldn't do this alone and I needed a business partner, someone to come alongside me and help out the things that I'm not that great at. And so I got my business partner, Colt. He came in and we're rocking and rolling. I also got a few other investors along the way, and that part took a lot longer than I thought, and it was actually a blessing in disguise, because there's many times that the right person and the right money, you need to wait for the right person and the right money, and I had these other people lined up, and I feel like the Lord was just blocking them and not letting it happen, and it caused a lot of stress and I think a lot of white hair at that point, but it's all good. I got my team, I got my investors, and we're rocking and rolling. And so a couple of the funny things that happened along the way that I want to share is we started selling dog supplements and we moved into selling single ingredient treats, and one of them was duck treats, and we get a whole bunch of duck feet, duck heads, duck jerky, and duck necks, right? They come in here and then we get them all packaged up, and one of the shipments was about 100,000 duck feet, and they still had their sharp toenails on them and they would puncture our bag. So I had to go in and cut over 100,000 duck toenails this last year in 2025, and I have a few left right now that we're just about done. So that was pretty interesting. Another thing is, when we got this building, we realized we had to get pallet racks. We're going to be selling pallets all over the place, and we got this cool forklift that came in just in time. Literally within the week that we got it, we needed to use it to get stuff in and out. But with that, we had to modify all of our pallets because it's got these, we didn't really do enough research. It has these really wide pallet jack things that come in, and you have to cut all the bottoms off, and it caused a lot of problems. But we got that figured out. So we got that. We've created a lot of systems, a lot of movement in the shipping department of how we print orders, how we process them, how we get them out. And that's been really cool over the last 12 months, have been figuring out how to get that really systemized. And then we got a team. I got people on the team now. It's not just me doing stuff. And so I got help in here. And so in those 700 days, to go from sitting in a, I think I was in a like rocking chair in a kitchen, I made my first video, to day 700 in a building like this, with all these pallets going out, and all of this product is so cool. And we have something that we've just got into, is we have officially will be launched in about 35 to 45 days from now in all of the Bass Pro shops. And we just sent that whole semi, it was almost filled, a little over half of a semi of pallets out to their store. And we're working on 3 other big box stores, which I can't name quite yet until we are officially in. But 2026 looks like another 10x growth. So we did 958% growth rate from 2024 to 2025. And my goal is to do basically about the same thing, is do a 10x and a 10x. And so that's where we're at on day 700. Thank you for joining me in this, and I hope it gives you inspiration and encouragement to go do whatever you are at in your life to follow your dreams?